good, would he? What do you want, Keith? Shoot is gone. Yeah, well, this is the mic I was using. This is number one. This is number one. Number one. Scored by Jeffrey. Would they not get that in London, Keith? Malcolm really, a good sharp pass to Khan. Or now. Fine. Score 5-0. A chance for it to be 5-2 if Egan kicks this goal, but it's miles out. No goal. Still Castleford 5, Blackpool 0. Chance for Jed Marsh. Blackpool in an attacking position. They're down 5-0, but they're showing a little bit more confidence to coming into the game a little bit quicker, using the forward. Paul Gamble. Jackie Newall. A chance for John Heritage. The best of Blackpool coming up. I'm going to pass over. It's the sixth tackle. United, it's the sixth tackle coming up. A chance for a try. for Gary Stevens put in into his own forward speed. So it's going to be the tap, and he's going to try to use Joe Egan to Jed Marsh right into the shadow of the post, and a chance for the big tall fella, number 13, Mal Paddison. 5 points to 0 for Castleford, but under great pressure at the moment. Marsh ducking and dodging. See the shadow of the post, not the shadow, the actual post on the left, and he's got to dive in, and he scores, and a good side by Howard Smiler Allen, who keeps up his record of scoring in important matches. And there it is, diving over from a sustained attack by a number of Blackpool players to make it 5 points to 3 for Castleford. Joe again. And he will be an equalising goal if he kicks it, which he does. Joe Egan, son of the famous Joe Egan, who Australian people remember very well in that tour of 1946 when we had a man sent off in each test. The first one to go was Jack Kitchen. And then we got, just at that moment, we got Bob being attended to. And then in the second one was indeed Joe Egan, the boy's father, and finally Arthur Clues in the third test in that memorable test series in Australia. 5-5 in this John Player number 6 final, with 12 minutes gone in the first half. Yard line. Hamilton, big boy, he's on loan from Workington. Egan must have put a lot of heart into Blackpool Borough, who were second from the bottom of the second division, where Castleford sitting high in the first division. Full-back, kick straight into touch. Midway between the halfway line and the 25-yard line. And Blackpool ball. Not the knock-on, but he slowed up to such a tune that he knew he was in trouble. Jed Marsh, 29 years of old, age is the skipper. Knock-on, must be a scrum. Well, they loose forward, Mal Patterson, ex-Cockermouth. Refuse collector. Ball out to Blackpool. A bit of an opening, but he decided not to go. They brought him full-back on to Doug Reynolds. Be a new name on this trophy. Good run by Paul Macon. Still running. Paul Macon running brilliantly. He's going to be taken by Steve Fenton. But the chance was there, and Blackpool really strode most effectively but lost possession. And it's a 25-yard restart, or Blackpool coming back after a rather shaky opening, and their spectators on the far side really giving them deserved applause for this effort. Paul Kahn with Ben, and Blackpool beat Barrow, they beat Halifax, they beat Workington, and they beat Leeds. Some good wins in that effort. Malcolm really using Sammy Lloyd. Jeff Race coming up. Jeff Race, of course, known throughout Queensland. Well, really. And Blackpool ball. Blackpool really doing their fans justice. In the before the match, all the team went along and threw sticks to the fans. Kengrove. Oh, a good pass, but the cover was too soon for him, and that's how he wants in. Different sort of an up and under. Blackpool ball to Jed Marsh, experienced player. This has been around. He played with Widnes and Pilkington, who are in the Rugby League first round, who drawn for the first round. The big match is Warrington and St Helens. That should be a tremendous cup tie. With a chance for, well, there was a chance for Fenton, but they decided not to go in to take challenge. Dummy half Howard Allen. Good one to Paul Macon, who's been playing well so far, and gone to Marsh, got to turn it inside, but for the second time the door was open and the door was shut. But it's still Blackpool putting on pressure and coming from almost impossible situations to be making good attacks. Marsh going to have a double go, and it is the post. There's the post with a chance for it. Hit the post, and Paul Macon has got it, having a very good match, ex-Rossdale Hornets boy, and still putting on the attack. 5-5, by the way, the score. And Blackpool are as good as they were in the semi-final against Lee at this moment. A lead will give them a tremendous lot of encouragement. Not that they need it at this moment. Allen. He's going over it, you know, he isn't to come. Is he in? He's in for a try. Joe Egan in for a try after twice bashing at the line, and in for a very good try with 18 minutes gone. Hamilton to Egan, and that puts Blackpool in the lead 8 points to 5. And what a tremendous moment for young Joe Egan. Well, the Blackpool certainly deserve something for all that effort that's gone from their own 25-yard line, and they didn't stay away at all in wanting to pedal back. They kept driving on, and in the end shattered the Castleford defence. And everybody who was thinking this is going to be a walkover would no doubt be a little bit surprised at this situation. Joe Egan, not the greatest kicker, but there's 2 points. So he's a great kicker. He thinks so, and a very happy Blackpool lot for the kick to make it 10 points to 5. Well, that was a very good effort by Blackpool to make the score 10 points to 5. Well, Patterson. Jim Hamilton. Joe Egan. Nice half dummy by Egan Mason, who is having a very good match. Stevens and John Joyner just saving the ball, Steve Norton, and Castleford now realising that they've got to get into something. Full calm. Gone on his own, steering himself clear, Gary Stevens, but then went away from his support, taken by Allen, but went away from his support. And up and under, an awkward one. Somebody's got to go into it, but Blackpool eventually get it. It is indeed, it's 10-5, and I told you on the scenes that I wasn't going to say at that moment, and I wouldn't say what's going to happen in this match. It's quite sensation here with two very good tries, and Blackpool very much in the picture. Although Castleford got off to a flying start, they got a try by Wraith and a goal by Lloyd to make it 5 points to nil after 2 minutes, and we thought the chips were down and Blackpool had it, but in 30 minutes Smiler Allen got his usual try. Egan kicked the goal, and then Egan got a try, and also added the goal in the 21st minute, and they're looking pretty good at Blackpool. They said they were getting out away in this match, but before the match they went and threw a lot of sticks of rock into the crowd. They presented a huge one to Malcolm Reilly, and I don't know whether that got Malcolm down, but apart from one up and under, they've not, after scoring the first try, not looked terribly dangerous. And they were being really shaken. It's been the front three, the Hamilton, Allen and Egan of Blackpool, that's been doing it and been taking the scrum. Six tackle. Chance for Ken Groves. Joe Egan. Groves. Heritage. Machen. And Blackpool still making the attack. Paul Gamble. We've got 3 policemen on the field. I mean, they're playing on the field. They're not acting in any offence or anything. Gonna have a drop. He's had one and it hit the post, but that's wide out. But it's obviously the tactics. So Jed Marsh prepared to have a drop a goal and get a 1-pointer, and 3 1-pointers, if they get them, amount to the scoring of a try. Bob Spur. So Castleford now having to turn on the brilliance that we've seen them so often this season. In 12 knockout matches, they've only lost one, and that was by a margin of 1 point. 21-20 leads. That's our halfway line. Steve Norton. Sammy Lloyd. 6 tackle. Gary Stevens. A good long one and well taken indeed by John Joyner. Breaking out of the tackle, he's got Steve Fenton outside him, but he gets about half a dummy. He gave it too late, actually. Patterson got into it. This is the Weast, the Salford ground, the Willows, a new club there on the right-hand side. The score, Blackpool 10, Castleford 5. And certainly no one expected at this time of the match that Blackpool would be having a commanding situation in addition to their 5 points lead, looking quite good. But of course the best is still to be unfolded as far as Castleford are concerned. Malcolm really did say about the complacency, so whether he thought the giving of the big sticks of rock to the Castleford side and the spectators. A lot's happening in the scrums, of course. 41 to Barrow, but it's 42 now. And he gets away and he's going to score. He's not. He is. He isn't. He is. He is. Harry Stevens. He went in, he stopped, and he could have chumped themselves on the top of him. He wouldn't have got the time, but he did. 10 points to 8. Well, this with Stevens going down the open side, then he looked certainly to be away. Phil Pittman was taking him, and then he fell down. At this moment, he was near enough to stop him getting up, but he didn't. And with all the will of a working scrum half, Gary Stevens got up, pushed over, and bring Castleford now again into the picture. Score 10-8. The goal to be kicked to equalise the scores. Sammy Lloyd, over 100 goals, more points than Blackpool have scored all the season in 20 matches. Lloyd has kicked 101 goals, 202 points, and also got a try or two here and there, 4 in fact. Now this is the goal for the equalising of the score, 10-8. And whatever happens in the second half, Blackpool has certainly had their moments of glory in this first half hour of this John Player competition. He's pulling inside, he's not going to go in. So 10 points to 8 it remains. With 27 minutes gone in the first half, 13 to go. John Player final, Blackpool Borough 10, Castleford 8. For this final. Previous winners, Halifax, Leeds, Warrington, Bradford and Widnes, so a new name. Unless it's a draw, then of course it'll be a replay, and at the moment there's only 2 points to margin. The head bandaged scrum half spur. Burton. Test judge is in. The test judge is Mr. Holgate of Barrow, Mr. Scott of Workington, and it's the gentleman from Cumberland. The two coaches, Jim Crellin, Blackpool Borough, and Malcolm Reilly of Castleford. And in the match in Lee, Jim Crellin couldn't bear to watch the last 10 minutes of the match, and he went out and walked around the streets of Blackpool, and then when he heard a great cheer go up, he knew they'd won, and he went back. Well, he said he wouldn't walk out today. Whether they won or lost, he would be there to the end. Penalty for Castleford. Sammy Lloyd, quite capable of kicking this. I can't see any flags much around. The corner flags I can see, but they don't seem to be doing a lot. So this would have put the score level. Castleford, first time into the final of this competition. Third attempt. One success. 45-yard angle. Shot needed. Halfway line on the left. And he gets plenty of height to it. He always does. And he gets 2 points. Well, Castleford fans have come in numbers, pleased with their local hero, Sammy Lloyd, who was saying last night we couldn't take it too easy with Blackpool. Well, it's 10-10 with 6 minutes to go. Blackpool Borough 10. I think I must have slipped there a bit. Marsh too. With the 6th tackle coming up, and John Joyner goes down, the whistle goes with Castleford having taken the ball and the movement about 70-odd yards. Less than a minute plus injury time in this very thrilling first half, and certainly Blackpool fans will be very happy to go inside, for their team to go inside with the score 10-10. And the scrums have been very important. Allen taking the scrums at this stage, 7-3. We don't count penalty scrum, but it's obvious the referee is having trouble with the penalty scrum. Mick Norton, one of our top referees, good worker for University. And he's saying, I'm having no nonsense from you lot. And they don't argue back. Ball together with chance for Stevens. Chance for... He's in for the big centre. It must be in. Phil Johnson must be... Phil Johnson must be in. And it's... The score 13 points to 10. And this was a vital point, the ball possession. It was nearly lost as Stevens started working away. Then he gave a sort of a... They all went to tackle the wrong man who he didn't give the ball to, Rupert, and then Phil Johnson, on his birthday, 24 today, gets a try and a little bit nearer to a possibly £150 bonus if they win. 13 points to 10. Half-time, Hutu will be going very soon. We're into injury time. It's 15 points to 10 in injury time, and that must make an awful lot of difference to the sort of chat that they will have in the dressing room at half-time. From Castleford's point of view, it couldn't have been better. Blackpool a little unlucky, but there it is with the whole of the second half still unset. And a little also from the right, but Wraith went near enough to the line and then right behind the post, and that was Castleford in the lead when the goal by Lloyd was kicked to make it 5 points to 0, and at 2 minutes 5-0. Well, everybody thought, well, these Blackpool lads have done so well, but they've had it now, but they hadn't. They came back. The team, Reynolds, Robinson, Heritage, Martian, who's having a very good game, Pittman, halfbacks, Marsh and Newell, and the forward, where a lot of the strength is coming from, and I don't mean just physical men, strength of the team, and Grove, the Australian, number 12, and Pattison, 13. And Castleford, you've seen it so often, but Wraith full back, Burton being quiet, but Stevens having a very good match. Bob Spur being injured, he's had some stitches in near his eye, but he is back on the field, I can see him. So it's still got to be played for, and this final lived up to a great reputation that a lot of people thought, well, it's going to be the David and Goliath, with David having no chance. But here it is, just one try and one goal the margin. The scrums 8-4 to Blackpool, and the penalties 7-2 to Borough, Blackpool Borough. Standing on the short side. Jim Hamilton. Howard, Smile Allen. That's his nickname, Smiley, in case you're being christened up in Cumberland. The name Smiler. Good forward, good hooker, good leader. 12 years with Workington. Ex-co. And a big Jim Hamilton, another big forward. These forwards of Blackpool really taking the game by the scruff of its neck and said, what anybody else can do, we can do something. And that has been evident and is still being evident. Pattison to Egan. 6 tackles coming up fairly quickly. Marsh, a little short one. Oh, well, it should have been a little short one, but he nearly kicked it into Weiss Lane. There's the Jed Marsh, who uses these kicks very well. That wasn't a good one. I mean, I'm sure he knows that. Or he will if he ever sees the replay of it. Stevens to put the ball in. Wraith, the first try scorer after 2 minutes. Stevens, the second try scorer for Castleford. Alan Dickinson. Blackpool are on £150 a man. A little short one, but well taken by Lloyd. Burton. Oh, well taken by Fenton. Fenton's trying to take them on. He's got support. He's got support with Phil Johnson. Phil Johnson has got support too, but it's still a chance for a try, but it's Castleford with 6 tackles to go, right on the try line. You can see the try line. There's a little bit kidology there, possibly pointing the way he's going to go. Joyner. Blackpool in a little in trouble at this point of time, start of the second half, and a few dirty looks being given. Stevens to Dickinson. We've got a man injured, but it's on the far side. You've got to see it, and he's in for a try. Is it Bob Spur? No, he's not. He could have been 6'6", he might have been, but he's only about 5'7". He's like a little bouncing boy there. Jeffrey's up. 6th tackle. Going to have a little short up and under, and it's anybody's bet. I think Jed Marsh had it. Jed Marsh has got it. And just to the right there, Fenton's been, there he is on the right, to Johnny Malpass been attended to. You see the man standing up, that's Johnny Malson. The man leaning over is the injured player. Fenton. Long way to go to the clubhouse end here at the Willows. Once a great international match played here with Harold Wagstaff's last appearance on a very, very muddy ground. One of the moments of history. People might have seen it. Paul Gamble, ex-ball boy for Blackpool Borough. And I think for obstruction. It was obstruction on Smiler Allen, who is actually giving a little smile because he was pulled back his jersey after it kicked. Said, all right, I understand. John Heritage kicking. Ex-Preston Grasshoppers and Warrington Rugby League. Number 3, Paul Boy. With 5 minutes gone, second half, 15 points to Castleford, who've never won this trophy. £6,000 for the winners, £3,000 for the losers, and this obviously is one of the great moments of Blackpool Borough, whether they win or they don't. They've done sufficient so far to show that they've a right to be here. Egan, remember how well Bradford Barrow player there are coming after the second move. We refer to what I was going to tell you at that moment, but it's not in picture. Wait till he comes in picture. Howard, Smiler, Allen, Jed Marsh, Egan, Marsh again, and it nearly came into the picture, did Gamble. Wraith. They would call that a flying mare in wrestling. Lloyd. Been a lot of movement from one end to the other. Alan Dickinson, ex-Keithley, a bricklayer. And the head injured Spur waiting to take the dummy half, which seems to be doing quite regularly. Paul Kahn. Well, that must be a knock-on. A bit of slack play by Dickinson there. I don't think he was really expecting, unless he was hurt. He was probably hurt. He seemed to twist himself as he went down. But he's a fairly tough lad. Oh, he's all right. He's right. Well, Blackpool is still taking the scrums. A chance of, high one, but all right. Doug Reynolds was almost through there. The tackle was a bit high, but looked as if it had been a bit lower, he'd have got away with it. And then it would have been a chase. Hamilton. Castleford is still aware that they've got some opponents. And the opponents, Blackpool, are not giving this up at all. Anybody's ball, 3 knock-ons. And Mick Norton just told them a 1, 2, 3. He does a little bit of tricky back passing, does Mick, when he demonstrates his interpretation of the rules. And it's all in green. And the orange, black and white for Blackpool, and you can have that ball, says the referee. 15 points to 10, Castleford leading. The Yorkshireman against the Lancashire men. It's all right. He's got to come back. He's away up at the far end of the field, and it was home and dry that he'd been all right, but it wasn't all right. It was Bruce Burton, the sort of thing that Bruce Burton loves to do. He's got 25 tries this season. Leading try scorer in rugby league. Stephen Dew's ball. Spur it. Not having that, it's a penalty for Paul Macon being offside. Actually, Spur is pulling up on the scrums. It's about 9-6 at the moment. Jeff Rafe, the kicker. Two footballs on the field, 3 policemen, but not in uniform, and 1 ball lost. At least it's got into the spectators, so whether it comes back or not. Yes, the policeman's got it, and not a plain policeman. A uniform man, he gave a lovely pass then. Little breakaway, says Mr. Referee Norton. Paul Kahn. Just signs, little signs that Castleford are just getting a little bit dominant, really. More big match experience, of course, in the Castleford side, with taking the Floodlick competition this season. Norton sort of does a jump when he's going to be tackled and almost head first. Oh, there's an overlap here, but the overlap's no good because the ball's not being kept. Play on, says the referee. He gave them a chance to see if they could do anything. They couldn't. So with 10 minutes gone in the second half, Castleford leading 15 points to 10. 25 yards line. And still a lot to be done in this match. Plenty of time to do it, but who's going to do it? I'm not sure. It's come out on the Blackpool line. It's nearly lost the ball over the line. Well, one goes for the ball, a big one, and another big one goes for the tipple over. Ball lost with play on. Gamble. He can give quite a few dummies. They don't always come off, but he's quite an able lad in the ball, with the ball. Blackpool in possession. Dead Marsh. Allen's great moment is when he's near the line. I think it must have been offside, but he's given a knock on. John Heritage. What is happening now, of course, both sides are attempting to pinch the ball all the time, and providing the referee doesn't call held, well, there's no problem in it. Could be now this match is going to be eventually settled. Took him in, that's right, Mick, took them in. Jackie Newall been working hard as Newall, ex-Workington. And Cockermouth. A 5-point margin, a try and a goal margin. Heritage. They're going to give a penalty for obstruction crossing. Heritage and Macon crossed each other, so it's a penalty, and the signal crossing there indicates that's the decision. Rugby league referees are told to indicate by signals what the penalty is given for. 8-4 penalties to Blackpool Borough. Possession to Bob Spur of Castleford. And 10 yards out from the 25-yard line. Calm, Port Calm. Ex-Brisbane South, Cronulla. Had a good season in rugby league. He'll go back to Australia with a lot more knowledge, which he came on how to play. Oh, the knock on. A knock on by Paul Machin. He keeps looking for that pinch ball that does a fall. Almost interception. It'd have been a rare old chase because Castleford backs were standing up and they would have had to turn around. So the Briggs had dropped back a little bit. But that's the sort of thing that might happen. Castleford not happy with only a 5-point lead, I'm quite sure, with Blackpool getting possession. Doug Reynolds, one of the stars of the match against Lee, was coming up an awful lot and did so well in creating openings, but Castleford have obviously had him vetted and they're very quickly getting onto him once he starts running. Forward pass. Marsh and Newell. Jackie Newell, experienced footballer. Jed Marsh also experienced. How far is forward? Well, if the pass has got to be straight or behind. I bet there's quite a little bit of chatting going on in that scrum and quite a little bit of toughness. And the referee having to fill in. Heritage with 15 minutes gone, score 15 points to 12. 15 points to 10. Didn't kick the goal. Ah! 2-1 scrums for Blackpool. Interception! Machin, this is the one he's been looking round for. It's a chance to go near the post. He gets the try. 13 points to Blackpool, 15 to Castleford, and the game wide open again. And the ball was sort of hanging. It wasn't exactly. Paul Kahn had it, and then he was standing between, and then it had to be a chase. And Paul Machin, they started to cut him off from the post. That's what they were after. They realised that they couldn't do anything more, and really got back very quickly there. 35-yarder. Paul Machin, ex-Rochdale Hornet. One of his bright moments of his football career, I'm quite sure. Egan to kick. Fourth attempt, kick 2. Kick. And in it's a goal. And he's enjoying himself, is that lad. All the fans there, of course, from Blackpool, their big moment of glory. 15-15 with 16 minutes gone. Second half, of course. Well, the excitement of this match is indicated with a 5-5, 10-10, 15-15. So is the next one going to be the settler? A lot of heart into this match. Marsh, nice pass. Doug Robinson, Fylde Rugby Union. He's the policeman I've been telling you about. Jackie Newell is using the blind side. The blind side is the short side, away from the referee and away from the majority of the players and the Hart and Blackpool must be a knock-on. ...25-yard line. And the 2-1 ball possession being a handicap, but not for Jeff Race. Inside to the chase. Nobody's going to catch Burton. Nobody will catch Burton unless he drops the ball. It's going to be a try. It's a try. Bruce Burton been waiting most of the afternoon for that, and he's done it so often in matches we've seen on television. He does it again. There's the score, 18 points to 15, and a tremendous effort. Let's have a look at it. Ray started it, broke away from two, nearly left his short behind, but Bruce Burton off he went. It a 70-yarder. There was an attempt by Robinson to cut him off, but Burton went, and he got there to Robinson, but the ball was down. And once again, Bruce Burton, the leading try scorer, who was bought very cheaply by Castleford, putting them in front. 18 points to 15. That is a sort of a heart killer after you've just scored and then a bloke runs between 70 and 80 yards. Lloyd, the kicker, does his little hunch. Two little short steps, doesn't make a lot of palaver about it, belts it in, and Castleford fans once more in high glee, 20 points to 15. Well, I said earlier, 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 50. Is it going to be 20-20? 20-15 at the moment. 19 minutes gone in this very dramatic Complair final. And the pace has changed. The possession has been mainly Blackpool 2-1. And I'm quite sure that that's not a little hard out of them. Whatever the final score, Blackpool have shown a lot of skill in this match, so I decided to change my mind. They've shown a lot of skill, penetration and effort. Norton. This is the point of a match when it might turn desperately one way or the other. The leaning would be to Castleford in the lead of 20 points to 15. Burton has scored more than double the tries. Anybody else in the lead? Norton. A little short one to Lloyd. Not seen an awful lot of Steve Norton. He's done a lot of work quietly. Stevens into centre, Phil Johnson. That's a long up and under. It's a long kick as opposed to an up and under. Well taken from Jess Race by Doug Reynolds. Egan. Campbell. Play, good kick in position, and the flags are a little bit showing a little bit of wind blowing around, and there's Allen. Quite a good crowd. Ken Marsh coming up for the fullback, this Doug Reynolds. Good footballer, this lad. I've been impressed. He comes from 10 Board Mill, and he made quite an impact. $20 points to 15. There's been a level situation on 3 occasions. Is this going to come? The position's right for Blackpool. They're standing deep, using their forwards and the set move by Jim Crellin. created by Jim Crone, Ken Groves, 20-year-old boy, long stride runner. There's that Bride Allen boy. All right, play on. Blackpool have got the 6th tackle to run. Can they do it? A little short one to Gamble. And John Heritage. And they're putting all the pressure on now. Blackpool back in the picture. Allen, a rather wide one. Well taken by Paul Machin. There's some hard tackling required and have been delivered. Hesitation in the pass there might have cost a bit of position there. But it meant that the opposition could come up. Sixth tackle coming up. A little far for Allen to go on his own sweet way. Down his inside. Got to keep it going. Unless the fact is that they're getting the ball by 2-1, think it's worth it. See whether it'll be kept up. 20 points to 15. Well, it was reckoned that last year's final between Widnes and Hull was one of the best. Well, this comes into the good, almost the best category of this competition. Blackpool got there by beating Barrow by 1 point, then Halifax, then Workington, and then Leeds. And Castleford, they got there beating New Hampshire 24-10, St Helens 22-18, Leeds 20-14, and Widnes 15-10. And there's Windsor Davis from Nantymore, very friendly with Moses, Glyn Moses and his brother, who were very famous ex-Welsh footballers, Nantymore. Castleford getting the ball at this stage, a rather important point to get it. Guy Moses was telling me before the match why certain scrum halves don't make it and why others do. It's a very interesting theory, particularly for a loose forward. It's still very much of the salted scene as Guy. His brother, of course, toured Australia. Sixth tackle coming up. 20 points to 15. 15 minutes to go. Short one, Burton. Burton, the danger man. Burton obstructed. Obviously, it'll be a penalty. I don't think he can give a try, but he'll certainly get a penalty. And Marsh is nodding his head, but I don't think he needs to argue. We're watching it. This is the moment. Burton kicks, and there's no doubt it was stopped. No doubt in the referee's mind either. And Burton is up. This is the sort of move that Burton likes to go, the little short grabber kick. And particularly to beat the last remnants of defence, which is what he was doing at that moment. Lloyd, who was his 7th attempt, his kick 4, well within his range. Lloyd, who started today with 101 goals to his credit. Very straight. He'll still come his little move to the left. 2 paces, hooks them in really. Hesitates and belts it, and that 2 points might be the real decider, the point of time when it was beginning to be settled. 27 minutes gone, Blackpool Borough 15, and Castleford 22. So all those are the fans who said, well, it'll be over before 20 minutes got through. Well, there's been a different picture, and been quite a lot of dramatic moments. Halfway line, restart, must go 10 yards. It does. try to put the height up so their own team can get it. A lot of people writing to me and say, why shouldn't the non-scoring side restart without kicking, keep possession as we do in the side? Interesting point. I'll relay. Loose forward Steve Norton. Known to his pal, Steve Knocker Norton. Relay. Lloyd hesitated there, decided he wanted to go on his own, might have let the ball come along sweetly. Spur. Calm. 6 tackle coming up. Halfway line. And it's not a bad kick at all, because it's got the defence right on their own line. Pitman's got it, and of course he's in trouble immediately. Doug Reynolds. I think that Reilly and company have done their homework on Reynolds, because he's been so good in previous matches, coming up from the full-back position, forming an attacking force, not being allowed to do it today. Allen, and his hurt is Reynolds. Six tackles coming much quicker than it has been. And Reynolds being attended to by Bob Wright, is the Blackpool physiotherapist, and Johnny Walker for Castleford. Gone up to see whether Doug Reynolds needs attention that can be dealt with as the game progresses, but now they're going to have to get him right, and it looks to be a shin injury, or just lower part of the leg in some pain. Half an hour gone, 10 minutes to go. Blackpool 15, Castleford 22. I don't know what Mick Norton was waiting for then, but 37 points in this afternoon's match, 7 tries, 8 goals is not bad by any standard, and been some very good tries, been lots of thrilling moments. And the burst from Ray, half head tackle, but not completely to get a penalty against it. Castleford now looking something like their great selves. Bob Spur turning it inside. Castleford fans putting on their cheers. Not a very good pass, but it's all right. Steve Norton going almost without his jersey. 22 points to 15 for Blackpool defending. Castleford making the attack, and Burton a long one. There could be something here from it. There is a tackle. I thought Trevor Briggs could have got away, but it was well taken by Doug Robinson. Well, the award for the man of the match is a joint one. It's Gary Stevens and Howard Allen, so it's shared between them both. A penalty with sarcastic cheers, and no doubt the Castleford fans. And Stevens getting on with the job. Burton, rather a funny sort of a pass there from Burton. Deadmarsh has got it with a lead of 7 points. Whilst you don't want to be closing the shop, Castleford don't do that. Nevertheless, you don't take chances. Marsh was there by accident. The pass wasn't intended for him. Well, I can see two players both on the Blackpool side, Lamb and Hurst, warming up on the touchline, and I think the idea will be to give them a run in a cup final, which they may never get again, and the thought is nice, whatever the application thereafter. Paul Machin has had a very good match, and the only way they can get the players on, of course, they've got to put the numbers on who they've got to bring off. Number 14 is Cliff Lamb, and number 15 is Phil Hurst. And off comes Groves, number 12, the Australian, for Phil Hurst. And off comes Phil Pittman, number 5, and Cliff Lamb, number 14. I don't think they're hurt at all. I think it's really a token of saying, well, you're going to have a share in this great effort. It would be more than a share if they were to go on to the Boy Story and win the final. But at the moment, 22-15, Castleford alerting themselves. Call time now with 6 minutes to go. The Earl of Derby is here, and Mr. Brian Ray, special events marketing director, is going to present the trophy. At almost a complete break by Marsh, but Stevie Norton wrapped himself round him. Confident of getting the ball, Allen kicks well. Well, been a lot of scrums, 16-10. There's to Howard Smiler Allen, the hooker. Also a bit of an expert at dropping goals. Minutes to go. Blackpool Borough 15, Castleford 22. There's a chance now for Fenton. Fenton's breaking away. The cover is there but not sufficient, and it's a try to John Joyner. It's a try to John Joyner. The sort of movement and moment that Castleford were obviously being aware of. 25 points to 15. We'll have a look at that. It started from a defensive position. Fenton decided to take, and then he almost was taken by the short by Dougie Reynolds, and then the sub Cliff Lamb almost took him, got the pass inside, went out of two defenders, and off he went. John Joyner, English under 24 Colts player, and he's a very good player. I've often talked about this boy when I've been to Castleford. I've seen him. That's 25 to 15, and Sammy Lloyd capable of kicking this goal. Lloyd. You see, little two steps and then a little shuffle and then a kick. It'll get plenty of height, but he doesn't get the accuracy. So he gets nothing for it. The score remains 25 points to 15 with less than 5 minutes to play plus injury time. I don't know, yes, we did have a little bit of injury time up at the top side. So Castleford going on for their second major trophy. They won the floodlit final. In the 6 finals I've been talking about once or twice. They've all been at different venues, and no team has won it twice. Lloyd. Berder. Yeah, the two clean jerseys, Lamb and Hurst, are subs that have just come on. In case you just suddenly come in. Castleford 25, Blackpool Borough 15. Death race coming up, enjoying the situation where he can run. Well, the judge judges in, and this, Howard Allen having a word with a smile. He does smile, really. And the referee, I like the way Mick Norton called him up with a little finger and said, come on, tell us what it's all about and don't do it again. Mr. Holgate looks on, and Allen, who is being looked at by Wigan and Oldham, I understand, and I should imagine one or two other clubs, will have felt very happy about the game, and half the award for the best player. The other half goes to Gary Stevens. So we're almost running out of time as far as the 40 minutes to go with 40 seconds to go. Paul calmed down a penalty, and he said, what happened? Number 9, dummy half spur, Paul Kahn, using the weight to make progress. Stephen got a very good match. Steve Norton, Stephen, and a knock on. Bruce Burton, who had a quiet first half, got that great try and then was knocked out. Well, Bruce Burton was in the second winning side he'd been in, because he was in the Halifax side in 71-72, beat Wakefield 22-11. So he knows what it's all about. Jackie Newell seems to have hurt his hand, but he's all right. Don't take a long time. Time is out so far as the 40 minutes are concerned. Blackpool Borough 15, Castleford 25, and it's entirely up to the timekeepers to decide. Oh, well, it's all the efforts are now beginning to show. Denmark dropping that, had a good match, but obviously feeling the tenseness of the whole thing. Just a little bit sloppy in the passes, but then Blackpool can feel very proud of their moment of glory, the biggest moment of their career. Castleford, great cup fight inside this season. O'Reilly constantly talking to his players, constantly directing them, pushing the ball down. These are the positions of the field that Castleford have been known to score from. Jeff Wraith, with over a minute gone in injury time, gets the ball to Stephen, gives it to Fenton. Fenton taking them on, but decided to turn back. The ball still loose, still Johnson. Stevenson going up the middle, but decided he would try on his own instead of pushing the ball across. Castleford, black shorts, Norton, number 13, and quite a good lot of tackling going with Blackpool, but there it is, goes with Castleford 25 points, Blackpool 15 in a match that has been had a lot of power, a lot of interest, a lot of movement about it. And the man to present the trophy is Mr. Brian Ray, if and when the players can get through to him. Ray started this battle for this success off in the early stages with a very good try, and then Allen brought it back. Mal Reilly, who'd been directing his forces, didn't score. Bruce Burton, who got the try, you will remember. Mal Reilly had a spell in Australia, which did him good. I saw him playing with the Great Britain side there, with a great tourist. And now of him possibly towards the even tide of his career, having a very, very good season. Goes for his second trophy. David Oxley, and there is Mr. Brian Ray with Lord Derby on the left taking this trophy, which is worth £6,000. I don't mean the trophy, but Sammy Lloyd in the picture, Mr. Harry Womersley, Mr. Phil Brunt, the chairman of Castleford. So it's a day that Castleford will long remember. There is the man, Mal Reilly. And yes, here at the Willows at the Salford ground. So they're delighted, the Castleford players, delighted Castleford team, and a special mention to Blackpool, deservedly get a lot of applause. Jed Marsh looking a little bit sorry, but nevertheless is quite happy. Howard, Smiler, Allen. So from Salford in this complex final, the winners Castleford 25, Blackpool Borough 15. A good match. Hope you've enjoyed it. Back to Frank in the studio.